I got another one of these shows today that we're going to talk about a 5-step plan to buying a house with a 620 FICO score without breaking the bank and a minimum savings of $6,561. This is something where this is what separates, the good from the great, and what, a good loan officer will be able to do for their clients, especially, with these times that we're in now, where, everyone is trying to save and also trying to get into a home with the best affordability. But without further ado, let me present the 5 steps to buying a house without breaking the bank. So the 5 steps to buying a house without breaking the bank. You also have to keep in mind that you have to meet the 80% area median income limits of $5,800 or $58,320. And this show is presented and brought to you by MKG Enterprises Corp., mortgage broker, equal opportunity lender, California DFPI finance lender license 60DBO 45224, NLMS ID 1370394. So borrowers save more using a broker. We can help you save $9,407 on your mortgage. Borrowers can save thousands of dollars using a mortgage broker. HMDA stated that consumers in 2021 saved $9,407 by securing a 30-year fixed mortgage from a wholesale broker. Get a pre-approved for a down payment assistance as a first-time home buyers. Go to https://www.mkgenterprises.com/first-time-homebuyer-DPA-program, or if you go to our website, then you will select purchase, and in the drop down menu you will see DPA. 5-step plan to buying a home without breaking the bank. Number 1, you must have a minimum of a 620 FICO. Number 2, you must be employed and currently working at your job for at least 2 years. Number 3, you must be participating in an employer retirement plan, 401k, 403b, or safe harbor 401k. You have to have some assets. Number 4, you have to have at least 3 months to 6 months reserve, which is estimated at $6,561 to $13,122 saved in the bank, and your DTI has to be less than 43%. If you meet all of the requirements above, you may be eligible to qualify for down payment assistance in buying a home without breaking the bank. Fannie Mae Home Ready program uses the area median income to determine if borrowers meet the 80% or less thresholds for possible mortgage help. So Home Ready is by Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac makes home possible. This program is available to first-time home buyers who have not owned a home in the last 3 years and have a credit score of a 620 or higher. For Fresno County, the 80% area median income limits is $58,320. You can look at the area median income lookup tool online, and if you see the area median income lookup tool, the 80% AMI is for Fresno County is $58,320. This service is provided for the sole purpose of showing the applicable area median income AMI for each applicable census tract. Lenders may use the AMI limits for purposes of determining income eligibility for Refi Now, Home Ready, or other loans that have AMI requirements. For the year 2023, the maximum FHA loan amount for Fresno County is $472,030 in areas with lower housing costs. Conventional loan limits for the Fresno County is $726,200, and the minimum FICO score once again is 620. So you have to do your own research and also look at the guidelines, and these are what's going to determine who is able to buy a home that meets the 80% AMI. 58,320 is the home ready income limits. Find out how much house you can buy before you start looking, and how you can make the strongest offer possible on the property you choose. What documents should you have ready when contacting a loan officer? When initially contacting a loan officer, you may want to have this list of documents and information available to help answer questions that they will ask you. Your paycheck stubs for the last 30 days, bank statements for the last 3 months, employment history, and your previous tax returns for 2 years. Once again, your FICO score is your determining factor, and you would need a FICO score of at least 620. FICO scores of at least 580 will require a 3.5% down payment. FICO scores between a 500 and a 579 will have to require a 10% down payment, as well as mortgage insurance premiums is required. Your debt to income ratio should be 43% or less, which you can also use a DTI calculator. The home must be the borrower's primary residence, and the borrower must have a steady income and proof of employment. There is down payment assistance programs. We currently offer a 3%, 5%, and also $100,000 down payment assistance, which ranges from $23,601 to $100,000. That's a forgivable loan. There's also a forgivable loan being offered by the city of Fresno, which is a mortgage assistance program. We are a participating lender where the borrowers can receive up to $100,000. The loan is forgivable in 15 years, no monthly payments or loan fees, no minimum cash contributions is required, and the requirements are you have to not have owned a home in the past 3 years, meet the income requirements, complete an 8-hour home buyer education class, and be located in the city of Fresno, and it has to be your primary residence, and also must be a single family residence. The money you put down on the down payment on your home can be one of the largest hurdles for many first-time home buyers. And down payment assistance programs offer several options for down payment and closing cost assistance. This type of assistance is often called a second or subordinate loan. Down payment assistance subordinate loans are silent seconds, meaning payments on the loan are deferred, so you do not have to make payments on the assistance until your home is sold, refinanced, or paid in full, and this helps keep your monthly mortgage payments affordable. And so normally you'd have to stay in your home for at least 3, 5, 10, or 15 years for this loan to be completely forgivable. And if your loan officer isn't talking to you about down payment assistance, you might want to consider finding a loan officer that does understand this process and is offering these programs for you. You know, what is the ideal debt to income ratio? And these are the ratio ranges. So below 35%, you have a healthy DTI, and between 35 and 50%, you know, you could use some work, and over 50% DTI is considered unhealthy. The ideal DTI ratio depends on the type of loan you're applying for. Also, lenders may also set their own maximums. As a rule of thumb, you want your DTI to be around 36% or lower than that, and it shouldn't be higher than 43%. You can take a look at the guidelines most often used. 36% DTI or less is excellent. 43% DTI is good. 45% DTI is acceptable, but it depends on the type of loan you're applying for and the lender. 50% DTI maximums may not be allowed with exceptions. Some loans, such as FHA loans, may accept a DTI of up to 50%. However, in this scenario, the borrower must have to compensate for it by putting more money down or having a stellar FICO score. DTI requirements for each loan type. FHA loans. FHA loans have a more lenient DTI requirement than most loans. The maximum DTI for FHA loans is 57%, but each FHA lender may set its own requirement. This means some lenders can set the limits closer to 40%, while others may stick to the maximum DTI of 57%. VA loans. VA loans offer an affordable way for eligible borrowers to purchase a home. VA loans have a 0 down payment requirement and have more lenient DTI requirements. You may be able to take out a loan with a DTI of up to 60% in some cases. Conventional loans don't have single set DTI requirements, which the requirements will depend on the specific loan you're applying for and your situation. However, you typically must have a DTI of 50% or less to take out a conventional mortgage. Homebuyer education. Homebuyer education and counseling is critical to the success and happiness of a homeowner and requires homebuyer education and counseling for first-time home buyers using the HUD-approved education program. Cash to close. Cash to close, also called funds to close, refers to the total amount of money you will need to pay at closing day to finalize a home purchase transactions. Remaining down payment. When you signed a purchase agreement for your home, you likely made an earnest money or initial deposit. This ultimately goes towards your full down payment, the remainder of which you will pay at closing. Let's say you're making a 10% down payment on a $350,000 home or $35,000. If the sale contract requires 3% in earnest money, you'd pay $10,500 of that $35,000 as a deposit. At closing, you'll pay the remaining $24,500. We currently offer a program where you can buy a home with just 1% down, and the lender will give you up to 2%. So it basically adds up to 3%. What are closing costs? The average closing cost can be 2% to 5% of the property's purchase price. Estimated closing costs on an FHA loan of $472,032 is $11,801. The specific closing cost you pay depends on your loan type, state, down payment, and how much you borrow. A few common fees you might pay are listed below, and you can also go on to fm.fanniemae.com frame or /frame/mortgage-calculator. And so some of the fees that you will be paying below are appraisal fees. An appraisal is a professional third-party estimate of how much the home you're buying is worth, and which means even though you've entered into a sales contract or a purchase agreement, if the house either under appraises or over appraises, that will determine on what the lender will loan you for the home. Attorney fees. In some states, you hire a real estate attorney to finalize your title transfer. Title insurance. Title insurance protects you from third-party claims to your home's new title. An application fee. Lenders charge application fees to process your mortgage application, which means, a lender cannot just charge you anything they want if it's not going to be able to pass a qualified mortgage test. And these are guidelines that are set in place to protect the consumer and the borrower. Origination charges. Mortgage lenders charge origination fees to underwrite your loan. Private mortgage insurance. What is private mortgage insurance? PMI. Just like TMI, there's PMI. Private mortgage insurance. If you buy a home with less than 20% down on a conventional mortgage, your mortgage lender will require you to buy private mortgage insurance. PMI. MKG Enterprises Corp. NLMS 1370394 is an equal opportunity lender. We provide down payment assistance programs through our wholesale channel. The key features of this program are as follows. Available for FHA products, available in all states except New York and Puerto Rico. Assistance amount is up to 5% of the loan amount, or depending on the community grants and loans, which is offered right now, currently being offered by the city of Fresno, up to $100,000 or 21.133%. Borrowers can use the assistance for the minimum required investment, closing costs, and or prepaid items. Home equity has proven to be one of the strongest ways for families to build and pass on intergenerational wealth, and as a mortgage loan officer, I'm committed to guiding clients through the mortgage process. Once again, the assistance amount is up to 5% of the loan, and borrowers can use the assistance for the minimum required investment, closing costs, and or prepaid items. You can give us a call at our office at 559-337-5990 or email homeloans@mkgenterprisescorp.com. If you're interested in down payment assistance, you can email dpa@mkgenterprisescorp.com, or you can also go online to our website at mkgenterprisescorp.com. Disclaimer: Specific loan program availability and requirements may vary. Please get in touch with a mortgage loan officer for more information. Licensed by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act 1370394. Licensed by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act 1370676, or licensed by the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the California Finance Lender Law 60 DBO 45224. Well, this concludes everything that we have to discuss today about the 5-step plan to buying a house. And so if you're thinking about buying a home and you're working with a mortgage loan officer and they're not discussing the 5-step plan to buying a home with a 620 FICO without breaking the bank and having a minimum savings of $6,561, feel free to contact us, and I'll be more than happy to give you a free quote, a loan estimate, as well as a pre-approval letter, within 24 to 72 hours. I'd love to earn your business. If you have a friend or family that's looking for buying a home, or you can refer someone that, could use down payment assistance here in California. I am the mortgage loan officer as well as a mortgage advisor that is here to help you through the process.